What if I told you that your brain is constantly deleting parts of your life and you don't even notice it happening? Every second, your mind filters out countless sights, sounds, thoughts, and memories to prevent information overload. In fact, forgetting isn't a flaw of the brain, it's one of its most important features. But what exactly is being erased, and why? Today, we're exploring the surprising science behind why your brain deletes more than you think. Today, we will talk about your brain deletes more than you think. So before we start, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. 1. The hidden process happening inside your mind. Every second, most people think of the brain as a storage device whose primary job is to collect and preserve information. We often compare it to a computer, imagining that every experience, conversation, image, and thought is carefully recorded somewhere inside our minds. However, modern neuroscience suggests that the opposite is often true. Your brain is not designed to remember everything, it is designed to forget most things. Every second, your senses absorb an overwhelming amount of information from the world around you. Your eyes take in colors, shapes, movement, and light. Your ears detect countless sounds. Your skin senses temperature and pressure. Meanwhile, your thoughts, emotions, and internal processes generate even more data. If your brain attempted to consciously process and store every detail, you would quickly become overwhelmed. Instead, the brain acts as a highly selective filter, constantly deciding what deserves attention and what should be discarded. In many ways, forgetting is not a flaw in the system. It is one of the most important features that allows humans to function efficiently. Without this ability to delete unnecessary information, simple tasks such as focusing on a conversation, driving a car, or making decisions would become nearly impossible. The brain's ability to erase, suppress, and ignore information is one of the hidden processes that shapes every moment of your life, often without your awareness. 2. Why forgetting is essential for survival. At first glance, forgetting may seem like a weakness. People often become frustrated when they forget names, appointments, or where they left their keys. Yet from an evolutionary perspective, forgetting is incredibly valuable. Imagine if you remembered every leaf you ever saw on a tree, every face you passed in a crowd, every word spoken by strangers, and every insignificant event from childhood. The sheer volume of information would make meaningful thinking almost impossible. The brain evolved to prioritize useful information while discarding details that are unlikely to be needed in the future. This selective process helps conserve energy and mental resources. The human brain consumes a significant amount of the body's energy, despite accounting for only a small percentage of total body weight. Maintaining memories requires biological resources, and storing every detail indefinitely would be inefficient. By removing unnecessary information, the brain creates space for new learning and adaptation. This process allows humans to focus on patterns, important experiences, and survival-relevant information, rather than becoming trapped in a flood of meaningless details. In many ways, forgetting is just as important as remembering, because it enables clarity, flexibility, and effective decision-making. What feels like memory loss is often the brain performing exactly as it was designed to do. 3. The information your brain ignores before you even notice it. One of the most surprising facts about the brain is that much of reality never reaches conscious awareness in the first place. At any given moment, your senses are collecting vastly more information than your conscious mind can handle. To prevent overload, the brain automatically filters out enormous amounts of sensory data before you even become aware of it. For example, you are probably not consciously thinking about the feeling of your clothes touching your skin right now. You may not notice the sound of distant traffic, the pressure of your feet against the floor, or the subtle movement of air around you. These sensations exist, but your brain suppresses them because they are not currently important. This filtering process occurs continuously and instantaneously. The brain constantly evaluates incoming information and decides what deserves attention. Psychologists refer to this as selective attention. It allows people to focus on specific tasks while ignoring countless distractions. Without this mechanism, daily life would become chaotic and overwhelming. 4. How memories disappear over time. Many people assume that memories fade simply because they become old. While age can play a role, the process is far more complex. Memories are not stored as perfect recordings of events. Instead, they exist as networks of connections between neurons. Every time a memory is recalled, it becomes active again and may be modified before being stored once more. This means that memories are surprisingly fragile and dynamic. Some memories weaken because they are rarely used. Others are replaced by newer information. In some cases, the brain actively removes details that no longer seem relevant. Scientists believe this process helps maintain cognitive efficiency by preventing the accumulation of excessive information. Interestingly, forgetting is not always gradual. Certain details can disappear rapidly if they are not reinforced shortly after learning learning. This phenomenon explains why people often forget names within minutes of being introduced, or struggle to remember information they studied only briefly. 5. The brain's cleanup system. Recent research has revealed that the brain possesses remarkable mechanisms specifically designed to remove unnecessary connections. During learning, neurons form new pathways and strengthen existing ones. However, not all of these connections remain useful. To maintain efficiency, the brain periodically eliminates weaker connections through a process known as synaptic pruning. This biological cleanup system is especially active during childhood and adolescence, when the brain is rapidly developing. Young children initially form enormous numbers of neural connections. Over time, frequently used pathways become stronger, while unused pathways are removed. This process helps optimize brain function by making important networks more efficient. Scientists often compare synaptic pruning to trimming branches from a tree so that healthy growth can flourish. Interestingly, this cleanup continues throughout life. The brain constantly adapts to changing circumstances, strengthening useful pathways and eliminating those that no longer serve a purpose. Far from being a sign of decline, this ongoing deletion process is essential for learning and adaptation. 6. The time when deletion accelerates. Many people think of sleep as a period of rest, but for the brain, it is an extraordinarily active time. During sleep, the brain performs critical maintenance tasks that help regulate memory, learning, and cognitive performance. One of these functions involves deciding which information should be preserved and which should be discarded. Throughout the day, the brain accumulates vast amounts of information. During sleep, especially during certain stages of deep sleep, neural activity helps strengthen important memories while weakening less significant ones. Researchers believe this process prevents memory overload and improves overall efficiency. Sleep also supports the brain's waste removal systems, which clear metabolic byproducts that accumulate during waking hours. In many respects, sleep serves as a nightly reset that allows the brain to remain functional and adaptable. In the end, your brain is not designed to remember everything. It is designed to help you survive, adapt, and function efficiently. Every day, it filters, edits, and removes enormous amounts of information that it considers unnecessary, allowing you to focus on what matters most. While it may seem frustrating to forget names, conversations, or details from the past, forgetting is actually a vital part of how memory works. Without this constant process of deletion and reorganization, our minds would become overwhelmed by an endless flood of information. The remarkable truth is that memory is not simply about storing experiences. It is also about knowing what to let go. So the next time you forget something, remember that your brain may not be failing you. It may be doing exactly what it was designed to do, quietly shaping your perception of the world by deciding what is worth keeping and what is best left behind. If you liked this video and would like to see more like it, please give it the thumbs up, leave a comment, and click the button to subscribe.